There we go. Thank fuck. What the hell? Okay. Now my mic's working.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes.
Makes it look like I spent hours cleaning.
Finally got my mic working, guys. Yay! Great. Also, ignore the commercials. They're fine. Nothing's happening. I don't know what you mean. Okay, I think I need to turn up the mic just a little bit. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is gonna be chaotic. There's a lot of people here, and I'm sorry if it's really choppy. But I also probably won't be responding to chat because I can't see it. I just kind of have to deal with it in the background while I'm dying on the inside. It's great. As long as I'm making sure my stupid game is working correctly. Loves it. Meow loves my torture. We will start in a moment, guys. I'm sorry. Also, for anyone who's wondering what exact the playlist is, it's random, like fucking combination or like compilation on Vindsvept. Go look them up on YouTube. Their stuff is free. You could just use it as long as you credit, and I'm here for that. I hate hearing my own voice, but it's fine. It's totally fine. I don't want to die. I don't know what to do right now, honestly. Because I don't want to turn back right now. Can't tell if the music is too loud or am I too quiet because I'm not talking at a full volume right now. Everything's fine, I swear. I swear, guys. Everything is totally fine. Okay. Ooh. Did I do the smart? I think I did the smart, guys. I've done the smart. Why is everyone bombarding into that one call? Okay. I'm just gonna like not until we get the signal. But yes, how are you all doing? Just crying slightly, but I think I'll go into the interactions. I hope you guys enjoy the lore. It's gonna be a long stream. Hopefully my internet doesn't die, but wish me luck. Wish me luck. Let us go. Wish me luck.
You are too much to handle.
Right. See you around, Demi.
I'll see you around. See you, Asia. There was a new person. There was a new person who was.
Oh.
No, don't mind me.
We can discover later.
Yeah, it was a bit of there was too much for a moment there.
I think it's time.
We should all probably go.
Ready to go?
Alright, sure.
Alrighty then, everyone. Looks like our messages actually came out pretty precise. That's good.
You'll do fine in there, fella.
Today we're having a public hearing about something that is very, very necessary. A big decision needs to be made today because there is a lot to uncover. Well, I don't think I'm going to waste your time any longer. Come on in.
Right.
The hall is on the right. You can't miss it. It leads up the big stairs.
Alright, one sec. I need to check in.
Stay close with me, Bill.
I don't think that's necessary, fella.
What? Ah, fine.
It's not necessary. Don't worry.
Sweet. Sweet hotel.
Alright, sure, this way.
Is that everybody?
So many plants.
Yes.
Hey, you all keep this place guarded while this meeting is happening.
It's okay if Val stays. Bad feeling about this.
Colony leaders, you know where to take your seats. Everybody else can sit in the public
Alright,
stands.
so right here.
I gotta go take my spot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Catamus, nice seeing you again.
There you go.
Come on, Fresh.
This meeting will be done soon, okay?
Pick a spot.
Best behavior.
Hello.
I'm going to be fully honest. I thought this was an invitation to a hotel.
No.
I think I misread the situation.
You're certainly gonna enjoy your stay then, if that's the case.
How did you hear me? What the fuck?
You're loud whispering.
Oh, you're gonna work on that.
Alright then, here, I'll go ahead and get a count going. Phone's not here. Fox didn't show up. Evan, I'm sure they have their reasons. Soul's not here. Chris is not here. We'll talk about that later. Seems like we got some new faces around here as well. I see some people in the back there.
Oh, orders.
I'm sure they're here for a reason, but we treat these reincarnates with respect because they're just like us. Nothing different. Just a second chance at life. I'm sure everybody knows about the reincarnate deal that's going on with the gods. But if you need a refresher, the gods came to us and said that they will be bringing back people from the underworld, specifically ones that had their lives cut short. So you treat them with respect. They're human after all. Anyways, I think we should get started, right? Alrighty then, I'll go ahead and take the stand to basically present in a bird's eye view of everything, what is going on. As you may know, we have had trouble recently with a little bit of a rebellion known as the Argus Insurgency. And for the most part, they've been keeping quiet. We just assumed that they wanted to admit defeat and they destroyed themselves from the inside out. It seemed like that was the case at first. But recently this place got robbed, which is why we have all of that new security out there. However, they didn't stop at that. I was approached the other day by my companion over there, Kat, because I had given her a special task last time we did a meeting to basically keep an eye on some people that I would want to keep protected. One of those was another godborn like myself, named Sin. I'm sure you met them. They're quiet, like to keep to themselves. However, I was presented to something that I didn't think was possible. Sin was brought out to the middle of nowhere, or so he claims. he was given a special deal by the Argus Insurgency. 1,000 emerald blocks to assassinate our leader. Now, he told me in specific that he didn't take the deal because it was a bad one. Asking to kill someone for that measly amount, especially someone like my sister, and her power, her position, is honestly chump change. That's what he told me. However, they didn't stop at that. These insurgency members wanted to silence him. So they killed him. They killed him in cold blood on the spot. Now, if this all sounds familiar to you, you may harken back to the time in which the Dogeland fire had happened, where the rebels themselves caused a massive arson attack against the Dogeland Inn Hotel. They claimed the same thing, that the New World Order was responsible for a murder. But, of course, they didn't have any evidence to prove it. It was a measly claim, a bogus one at best. Now you might be wondering, if Sin's been murdered, then where's the evidence? Well, I have it for you right here. A jar of his coagulated blood at the scene. I had my own men go out to that scene immediately and collect it before the insurgency could even think about clearing something up. So if anybody wants to argue with me about evidence, I will be glad to shove this jar in your face. Because this is real. This is very much real. However, something that isn't real, or I would like to think isn't real still, but is very much the truth, is that Sin is alive.
What?
Sin survived being killed.
What? I can't hold this. Wait.
He survived.
I'll give you a minute to comprehend all of that, because even I know that that was crazy. I didn't believe it when I first saw it too.
Hey.
If I made a question. So you're saying that he was killed, but he survived being killed. So how was he killed then? From what you're saying, it sounds like he was just an attempted murder and then he survived.
Well, fella, I've never met you before, but it's nice to meet you now under these circumstances.
It's Fishington, nice to meet you.
Well, Fish, the proof is all in this seal. You see, immediately after everything had happened, I went to my sister because I felt like she was the only capable person of maybe making some sense of this. And so we contacted our uncle. Hades, to be specific, god of the dead, king of the underworld. And well, he came down and already knew what we were about to ask. So we asked our question, and apparently to him it was our divine right to know the answer of something we had finally figured out, something we had only speculated to be something on the surface. There are moments in this world where something does not make sense. Something does not make sense to any of us. Awesome, Yuki, your mic is still on.
Oh my god, sorry. Sorry,
You're fine, don't worry. Anyways, that aside.
That's how we look.
Anyways, that stuff aside, back in character. Let me ask you all something. Is there something that you have seen that you cannot explain? Something that didn't make sense to you? Something that
an example.
I mean, yeah, that's a good example right there. Our ally, our friend, Zolan he's not the same anymore. And this happened overnight. Listen, my point is that me and my sister found out something that I think is going to shock every single one of you. All right? And the proof is all in this seal. This seal is known as a seal of Alethelia. Now I'm going to read it, all right? And after I'm done reading it, I will go ahead and tell you what we figured out. It says, "To the dearest mortals living upon Gaia, by the time you read this, I will have already relayed the information sealed within the texts of this seal to your acquaintances, Queen Yuki and Red Right Hand Justin. I was afraid some of you wouldn't believe the authenticity of their claims, but as it's their divine right to hold the information they now possess, I shall oblige in attesting that all that is being brought to you is nothing but the absolute truth. We gods do not lie and cannot lie to mortal beings, and the seal you are holding is all you need in order to believe that statement. The seal in which you hold is known as the Seal of Alathelia. It's a seal that contains nothing but truthful expressions and thus cannot be destroyed by any means. If you are still not convinced, you can by all means attempt to destroy it, but you will only be losing more time that you could be using to front your efforts. Plus, it will only prove its point. As with what I stated with the War Twins, dark days are here, mortals, and the God of the Dead is on your side. Hades. So what I'm about to tell you has been verified by a deity who has stated that he cannot lie to any of us, mortal beings at least. Well, here goes nothing. The only reason sin survived is because death does not end merely by one chance. It ends after 3. Which means any one of us could die, but we would have 2 more chances at life. He explained it as a system to help preserve life, considering our situation. All of us have 3 lives. 3 lives to live, and unfortunately, if we lose the last one, that's it. Death follows its wake. That's the reason Sin survived. Only one of his lives was taken, so therefore he has 2 now. And as I'm aware, everybody in this room has 3.
This just makes the game all the more fun now, doesn't it? But yes, what he's saying is true. We all have 3 canon lives, basically. Do with it what you will. But I assure you that after the 3rd one, you're going to regret ever being reckless with your lives.
Before I continue with everything else I'm saying, there are a few other things that I need to express. This system does not apply to those who die of old age or natural causes. That's something I remember abundantly clear. And as far as I'm concerned, reincarnates also obliged to this rule. Villagers are mortal beings as well. I'm not sure if pets or animals have this system going on, but I'm sure they don't. But as of right now, that's what stands. We all have 3 lives, and after the 3rd is gone, we are gone completely. We go to wherever we go. That's all I really have to say about that. I wasn't expecting this news either, but it makes a lot of sense. My companion cat can attest that she saw Sin die. An arrow straight to the head.
It's true. I saw it. I was there.
And I can
deserve to go out that way.
And I can also attest that myself and Ellie witnessed him respawn, I guess you can say, in his bed. He wasn't there, and then he was there. I don't know how this really works a lot, so we'll have to get more information out of Hades. But as of right now, that's all we have.
Wait, if cats saw it happen, do they know who shot him?
We're gonna get to that, all right? We're gonna get to that.
What?
I love the answer, don't worry.
In other news, before we get into, obviously, the suspects, we raided Survivor last night. It was an executive order. The occupant that was in said survivor
Wait for it, Allie.
has escaped. However, we've managed to take his place. But if you've managed to piece 1 and 2 together, one of the culprits is Lee. The same man who tried to put me on trial for being a traitor.
Why try for Breeze card? It's just right.
He was the one that shot Sin. Because he wanted to keep him hush. A mercenary's code. If a deal doesn't go right, you get rid of the accompanied party.
This is perfect.
Damn
What
bastard.
comes around goes around.
Oh, Lee.
Karma truly is a bitch.
Mm.
My God,
Only-
Jesus Christ.
I only knew that it was inevitable. But he wasn't alone. He wasn't alone. No. He was not alone. That's for sure. Sky was there with him. And they let this happen. Stood by and watched them kill my friend. Stood there and allow his blood to spill on the sand. The same blood that I carry in my hand right now. Now, I don't know about you, but that pisses me off.
And what are we going to do about that, dear brother?
We are creating another bounty for not just 1, but 2 individuals.
Mhm.
Lee will have a bounty of 1,000 emerald blocks, the same exact number that he offered to kill my sister. Now, you might be wondering who the other one is. Well, Swanson, let me ask you something. Have you noticed that your numbers in the Royal Guard have been dwindling?
Yes.
They're defecting. And we know exactly who's running the operation. Are you familiar with the name Payon?
Yeah, they're one of the men, ain't they?
A royal guard that was sent to keep my sister's kids protected. They failed at that job, so therefore they were relocated. However, it just so happens that after that had happened, they disappeared without a trace. No evidence of where they went, no signs of them dying, and even then, they have 3 lives like we've discussed. And then somehow, after they had left, our soldiers started to defect. They're growing an army. And it's because of Payon. So I'm offering his bounty out to someone too. Or at least the whole world for that matter. Your soldiers have been defecting under your watch.
That is... It's a fault of mine. If they're defecting, I should have noticed.
If it makes you feel any better, me and Katamos are not sure if any of our soldiers have defected either. Which is why we're going on to the next topic. We will be enforcing an immediate loyalty check policy on both of our militaries. My sister stated to me the other day that once one person leaves, a bunch will follow. And it's up to you and me, Swanson, to make sure that doesn't happen. If anybody thinks about leaving or even betraying something like this, they're already going to the wrong cause.
The consequence?
Well, considering the fact that we are now declaring the insurgency a group of terrorists, we shall treat them as them too.
I see.
They need to be imprisoned. They're too dangerous, especially when it comes to the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard, they may not be strong in terms of how my soldiers are, but they are very good in strategic combat. They only learn from the best, after all. You, my sister, anybody else who's considered really good at this kind of stuff. And if they're mainly targeting Royal Guards, that means they're going to have a small army that could probably survive this entire war.
They're going to know our tactics. The ones we teach, at least.
Exactly. This has all been happening underneath our noses. And of course, it's on us for not picking up on the signs sooner. They went silent. Of course they were planning. We should have never been too cocky about our efforts. But alas, we won't make that same mistake again. I can definitely assure you that. Because they may have a little small army, but we have the entire... And we're gonna show them. We're gonna show all of them who they messed with.
So we basically decided something. I'm guessing that's where you're going for. Next.
Well, first and foremost, our allies need to be sent the call. Mint, I see you over there in the chair.
Indeed.
It's time to get your fleets ready. And any local militias that any of you have made, you need to get them on standby as well. Because once this happens, once this gets out, it's only inevitable that they're going to start targeting some of our vital lifelines. They're irrational. So of course they're going to do that. That's how all wars start. And that leads me to my final point. We unfortunately can no longer ignore this threat as much as we want to. Our livelihoods are at stake here. Everything we ever worked for, all the people that we house, all the men, women, children, non-binary people, anything you can think of, all of these people, their lives are at risk. The insurgency has already proved enough, torching a place where innocent people got burned to the point where they could have died from their injuries, killing an innocent man, even though he wasn't even a mercenary like they believed. And as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen some of our individuals around. Where's Bentley? Can anybody in this room tell me where he is?
That's what I've been wondering as well. The last I heard, he went on patrol and never really came back, which is why information's been really slow.
All these empty seats you see here can mean either one of two things. They're either on their side or they've been kidnapped. Because I wouldn't put it past the insurgency to try to do something like this. It's irrational. It's bold. They're targeting everything we ever own. And that includes every single one of you. You're all targets to them. So I would watch your back extensively. But what are we going to do to fight back against this? I think it's only inevitable that a declaration of war must be drafted. They're the ones who fired the first shots. And by the gods, we're going to fire back. We have the numbers. We have the strength. If we want this to go smoothly, maybe they'll realize they've made a mistake and they'll finally do themselves a favor and finally turn themselves in and forget this ludicrous dream. A dream of freedom and justice for claims that have nothing to back them up. I've got the blood in my hand, and they have the blood on their bows. So I think it's necessary that we fight back against the ones that are trying to ruin this new world. We don't know how we ended up here, but by the gods, we're not going to let this ruin it. This is our second chance at life. And I'd be damned to have some little imposter group just take that away from us. So I ask all of you on the council, all in favor of declaring war on the Argus insurgency. Zero.
Obviously.
Aye.
Zolan.
But of course.
I will smack you.
Why do we put the mentally unhinged?
Swanson.
This
I
was
don't
inevitable.
call it like this.
Gabriel has already told me their answer. Cam.
Birthdays are a time to celebrate you, and we're here for
Think about our kids.
here for your flashiest.
Do you really want them to end up dead?
Here for your youest. It's Chip's happiest birthday, and he wants to celebrate you.
I'll get them back. Obviously, I know your answer.
Of course, I'm the one who made the declaration.
Allison.
This is a consequence of what they did, Al. You remember that?
Think about what they did. Think about what they did to Miles and to you. They didn't even give you a chance. Boasting, talking about a bonfire, to enjoy it. Wouldn't you like to see justice served against the people that took everything from your friend?
I need more time. Please.
Very well then. Fabio, I've already heard your answer. Asia?
I agree with it. It was the inevitable way.
Miles?
I know what's gonna happen eventually, so whatever we gotta do.
Demi?
I agree. It's bound to happen.
Even with the seats empty, it is unanimously agreed on that we retaliate against the Argus insurgency. We must protect what we have left. That includes all of you. You may not think you're important to us, but you very much are. A council like this cannot run something if they don't have the people. And I know you may not agree with this decision, but just understand that we're doing this for your protection. We don't want you to die.
It's either us or them, guys. Just think about that real quick. And I'm pretty sure none of you want your canon lives to just be taken like that.
As much as I dislike war, I stand with you wholeheartedly. And I hope the research center does as well.
We will protect it with our lives, even if we only have 3. I can guarantee you that.
And I stand with you.
As I do with you. I stand with all of you. We will fight side by side. We will show them what they don't have.
It appears once again, history repeats itself over and over. Never-ending cycle, it seems.
Well, this is humanity we're talking about, and humanity is and will always do stupid decisions.
Indeed, I guess that is true.
Unfavorably, I'll rent my navy. But I will not spill blood myself, as I've promised never to do so again.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's what we have the prison for. We're just gonna toss them in a nice, very, very nice cold cell.
Blood will only be spilled if they want it to be spilled. I cannot guarantee that your fleet will not be prone to attack. They're unpredictable. I'll give them that. It's up to you to defend yourself if you truly want to. But sometimes prisoners don't need to be killed. And if they're smart enough, they'll surrender. We'll give them an ultimatum. But if they don't reply, expect the unknown and the inevitable.
Do you have the documentation for the declaration of war? on you.
Yeah. Just give me a second. Just gotta comprehend everything I just said. Because I never thought in all of my life that I would be the one telling you all of this.
Well, you are the god of war. It's pretty fitting. Think about it.
Still trying to get used to that, though.
Honestly, most of the Godborns are. That looks so glum, Allison. I mean, I know you have friends on that other side, but, you know, they used to be. Don't worry, you'll see them. Behind bars, anyway.
Why are you laughing?
Oh dear.
Why are you laughing like that? I don't understand, okay? Why are you laughing like that?
I just think that this is fun.
You think this is fun to you? I'm sorry,
Don't worry, I can understand. They were once your friends. But, you know, we can't just pardon people not after what they did.
Too much has been destroyed, Allison. They gave us no other choice. But I'm not gonna be laughing. I'm gonna be putting all the talking in my blade. I have it right here. Do you wish for me to read it out?
Yes, please. Very much so.
As it stands of today, this draft of Declaration of War has been created and unanimously agreed upon by the New World Order Council. It reads the following. Due to the various recent incidents that the Argus insurgency have caused, as well as the death and murder of Sin, the New World Order has unanimously voted on retaliating against these injustices by declaring war against the aforementioned rebel group, known as the Argus insurgency. Therefore, I, Queen Yuki, Lady of Haven, President and Queen of the New World, hereby declare a state of war between the Argus insurgency and the New World Order. Furthermore, I, the said President and Queen of the New World, hereby declare that any and all members of the Argus insurgency are now considered war criminals, and anyone associated with them will be sentenced to immediate imprisonment upon capture to the Tartarus Abyss prison. However, should the aforementioned rebel group surrender willingly, then they will be spared only under unconditional surrender. Any and all resistance will be met with lethal force. In witness whereof, I have set my hand and sealed it to this day at the Quartz Palace, Beantopia. From here on out, we must remain vigilant. Protect yourselves, protect your loved ones, protect everything you have, because we're going to need it if we want to survive and live to see another day. I don't know what the insurgency's plans are, but so far, they've chosen the nuclear option, and we will be responding. With that out of the way, I think it's safe to say that this meeting is adjourned.
Yes. Now, I'm just going to tell you all to be careful on your way home. You don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, if you want to talk amongst yourselves, then go do that. It's good to see you again, by the way, Zolan.
This game is gonna be so much more fun.
Maybe.
We're fucked.
Time to set the pieces in motion.
I think I need to go outside for a bit.
Asia.
Hi.
Just can you?
Yeah.
Oh, and I hope you got all of that. We need that covered everywhere.
Hey, Yuki.
Hello, dear.
Noi,
How are you?
I'm going to protect you with all my life. Or lives, I should say.
Do be careful on your place, kid.
You're such a kiddo.
I will,
I'm
this.
so very scared.
I know you are. So am I.
Isn't history
You
nasty?
doing alright?
Be careful too, please.
Just of course, I always be careful.
I mean it. Please be careful.
Of course I will. Don't worry about that. You know me. I have a plan for everything.
Okay.
And thank you for supporting me always, my dear.
Why don't we all head on out there?
Let's go head out.
What?
Look, just
That sickens me.
Yes, it does.
okay. With everything that's going on, I'm probably going to be working on building and stuff.
It's just
Okay?
It's treated
I
like
won't go too far.
Excuse me for a minute. Hang on a sec. Hello.
Yes, Watson?
This isn't the time to be saying such words or the place.
I know.
So,
Be careful, alright?
is our government really that corrupt?
Come to mom.
That is common.
Fish.
I'll come back.
There's too
Listen,
much.
why don't we go outside, alright?
Yeah, I don't really like red.
No.
Sure, we can stand to get out the fresh air in the first place.
I'll make sure you have guards stationed at your
Hello. Hello. No, I need to get my face out. I'm gonna be famous. Hold on.
I was gonna.
Fish no.
Fish, move before I break the camera.
Oh,
That's gonna cause more issues. Why would you do that? That's just gonna cause even more issues.
Everyone just get the hell outside, come on!
Nah, you're no fun.
This isn't fun.
Yes, but perhaps we need to lighten the mood a bit.
Okay, we can lighten the mood. We can lighten the mood.
The world of sadness won't take you so far when everything's grey.
Well then, that's gonna be some nice information I can hold on to. No, what exactly do I do about it is the real question. I guess I'll figure something out. I don't entirely need to tell them anything. I could keep this all to myself. We'll see how much they ask.
Like, this is all just a game to her. No one's life is worth this game. No one deserves to die. I agree that this is not right, that they do deserve justice. But this is not the way.
I know, but a lot of people.
I can't fight against. I know. My brother and my sister are right on that. But my heart says otherwise. And so does my feeling. And I'm never wrong on that. Oh, sorry.
It's okay, don't worry.
Lee, why would you do this? I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's okay. You need to think about it.
wish things weren't like this.
As much as I wish for there to be no violence, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything just came up so fast, and I think I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah. Thank you.
It's okay.
I need it.
By the way, Justin.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm proud to make that into the open now.
Even in the middle of darkness, there's always light. I guess you could say. Honestly, I wish I could show you who I'm seeing as well, but that would require me to summon them.
I'm just going to take a wild guess from mythology, and it's Aphrodite, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say we're official. We've just been seeing each other a lot.
Ooh.
I mean, your unity is inevitable.
Thanks, I guess.
Anyhow, wait, who's that?
I was waiting for you to notice.
Trace.
Hello, Justin. Good to see you again.
Trace.
Yeah, they're a friend of mine.
Yes,
I could barely see it. This is so tall.
Hey, come around.
Yes, sir.
Remember, I told you about that one person that told me that Lee was up to no good. They're technically the first one who forewarned me about that.
I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious.
I have never seen you before. Are you a reincarnate?
Yes, I am.
Anyways, well, at the very least, you got the message. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known, and they would have gotten away with it.
I am curious to see what all these other people's opinions are on all of this. That means they have dialogue, just saying.
I know, I was going to go over, but I started lagging. I was like, oh, that's my cue to go on. Anyways.
Gerald would be seen crossing his arms and with a look of resentment. These damn rebels. I'm getting really sick and tired of their presence. Everything was fine until they started showing up and causing a ruckus. Why can't they just do themselves a favor and turn themselves in? They're not heroes if they think they are. Gerald would take a moment of silence to breathe. Sorry about that. Guess I needed a vent. Honestly, it's all right.
It's understandable.
Gabriel seems to be off in their own space. I don't understand why this is even happening. Have the rebels gone this far? Killing someone in response to getting them to kill someone else? Ridiculous, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
An eye for an eye, and the world goes blind, eh?
Especially finding out that it's someone I'm very close to knowing.
Cadamos, I know you're probably not taking the news well. Cadamos would be clenching his fists. He seems to be holding off a lot of anger as well as disappointment. Payon. How could he? These are the only words you can hear. It's best to give him some space. Payon was Cadamos' friend. I didn't imagine he was going to take it well. Fabio doesn't seem to be fazed by the news. It's almost as if they were expecting for all of this to happen. An eye for an eye and the new world truly goes blind. It's like the Queen once said, they're getting desperate. Look at what's coming. Fabio doesn't seem like they want to talk anymore.
Still amazes me how they can form full sentences now.
Well, teachings go a long way, and unfortunately, if the insurgency wants to keep making a ruckus, we won't have any teachings. That's one of our industries, helping them understand us more. After
this
all,
will
they
all go to the history books.
history. The first ever historical event is a new world war.
Hopefully, it'll be the only one.
Well,
I can only pray to the gods.
One, we'll at least have two.
Actually, that's kind of interesting. Back then, during the old world, obviously, World War I started because, well, it's believed that I think it was the King of Austria actually got assassinated, and many believed that to be the start of the First World War. Although that's widely disputed sometimes, from what I remember. Kind of interesting how a parallel that might not even be true turns up in the New World. Someone gets assassinated, and then everyone goes to war.
Well, as the story's passed around, it loses details and meanings. Who's to tell what is true and what is not?
That's the thing. This world's full of stuff that I can't even comprehend myself still. Potions, nether stars, totems that negate death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
What? Wait, what?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Totems that. Okay.
Sorry,
I'll tell you more. I'll tell you more later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of death, you earlier said everyone in the room, as far as you knew, had 3 lives. You left out Zolan.
Well, considering his circumstance, he's got 2. I'm sure everybody could have pieced that together, but I guess I was more in the moment of what was happening. I mean, I'm just some lawyer who turned into a politician in the old world. I didn't think I was going to have to be the main speaker of a war front, but it's like my sister said, I'm the god of war. I was only inevitable that I was going to do something like this.
You know, to be fair, Zolan is pretty smart. I think they can just piece it together.
Yes, very true. If he wasn't absolutely great.
I love his page practically.
You do what you like whatever you want to like. I'm more focused on getting those rebels.
Well,
they hurt someone that I care about. Anyways.
Well, if Eldrin seems to spot anything, I'll let you know.
How's the little bird?
Somewhere off getting seeds, I think.
I wouldn't expect something more than obviously Eldrin doing that. I mean, the last time I saw him, he was perched up on my balcony. Gave him a few little head pats before he flew away.
Yes.
It's nice to at least know that, you're communicating with me through him. Didn't think birds had such an intelligence, but I guess I missed out on a lot of the old world stuff.
Ravens are surprisingly smart. That he is a lot better at writing than he is speaking.
I guess I'll have to see that in action.
It would be interesting to see a bird.
Freaking Zolan at ping pong. I don't know how, but he did.
What, the very first video game?
Yeah. Somehow, I don't question it. He just did.
It's actually kind of hilarious to think of bird.
How can we get that bird to spy for us?
It would be interesting to see that bird speak. Justin, this is just a thought, but it would be very interesting to see a bird talk in Morse code.
Specifically tapping. Really? What, do they tap their beak on the table?
We have our own sort of Morse code. Sometimes it's a beak tap, sometimes claw.
Well, that would make some very interesting encoded messages.
I will have to let Angel
in very
know
much
about
broken English.
It's gonna be one hell of a hassle to get these posters updated.
There's Noi.
Well,
there you
are.
Technically speaking, only that one.
I'm gonna have to inform Angel about the guards.
Alright, so that they don't get startled. By the way, is your sister being back at being in Corp? I heard it's flourishing very nicely, actually. Good job.
Okay. You should definitely come visit. We got the drink bar. We got the drink bar
They
set
have
up.
their own little side business.
Oh no, it's not little. It's definitely a huge
It's
building.
not little anymore.
How big is it now?
A
pretty big.
building.
Bigger than your tree.
Well, they truly are my children.
Yeah, no, he
I'm
doesn't
not sure
sleep.
if I should be concerned by that or not.
I don't sleep, yes.
Oh, Swanson, yes.
Wait. Did you sleep last time?
Greetings,
Like, we
Empress.
went out?
Hello.
I simply came to see if there was any discussion needed with me.
Well, I will just say that you're probably going to need to put some hussar guards by Beaten Corp.
I will look into them
your butt.
and make sure to choose the ones that I believe are least
you
likely to stray.
Yes. Also,
Yeah.
you're probably going to have to tell the guards and Swanson over here about the tunnel so that they can, in case something does happen and Beaten Corp, they can escort you there. So you
It
can
would be
escape
crazy if the rebels even attacked a place like that.
Oh no,
Just
trust
kids.
me. If they do try to basically take my children, I will retaliate with full
I
full
think
force.
they are that stupid.
No,
There's
I
plenty
mean
of
they've
traps.
I'm surprised.
Very much true. That is a good point.
I'm surprised you guys didn't mention Nova.
Well,
Oh, Nova.
there's nothing really to talk about. Nova's been missing ever since we took care of them. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's actually seen their whereabouts.
They gotta be somewhere.
Yet, no.
Well, we haven't
they've
found a
got a-
body, so they haven't died 3 times. But my best bet is that they're off somewhere.
They're probably hiding like a mole.
They have a
Is
whole world to
Lee's-
hide in. If someone
Is
really
Lee
wants to
gonna
go
be up here?
unfound, it's possible.
Yeah, along with Payon. We just got to get those printed first, which I already told Catamos about the. Well, I mean, he was there in the meeting. The loyalty check. I'll just have to talk to our industries as soon as possible. And just
I
get
hope you're
several
fine, by
villagers.
the way, Swanson, with the fact that we may have to put them in jail.
What? Some of the guards?
No, so the people that's in the Argus Insurgency. I hope you're fine with putting people in
Jail
jail.
is their rightful place. I'm not opposed to that.
Yes, exactly. Especially our last conversation about killing. So, figured that would be fine with you if they were just put in behind bars.
Of course. Everyone deserves to suffer for their crimes in a right way.
Also, who's
Well,
that
if-
green-haired person?
Oh, well, I suppose she did want to meet you. I'm not sure if now's the right time. Sherby is a reincarnate. They happened upon Talon Peaks, and, well, they happen to live there now.
Man, reincarnates are popping up left and right. Hades was right about that one.
Forgive her if she says something out of line. She's a bit more of a innocent-minded type. She's struggling to understand the necessity of all this.
Damn, she was here when we went over that. If I would have, if I would have known that, I would have listened to my words.
She's rather eager to, well, participate in things and the like, and it's not my right to treat them as if they're not an adult. So,
It's fine.
Is she like oblivious?
in some ways, yes.
Oh dear.
Not completely. She gets most things. It's just some things fly over her head. And
So
so in some of
innocent.
her beliefs, she can be very quick to just...
You might want to keep an eye on that. You never know who could take advantage of that.
I'm well aware. I've already taken the necessary steps.
Just
That's
make
what
sure
freaks me
that,
out the most.
well, that would be bad if the rebels ever approached Sherby, if they could.
Well, I mean, they managed to convince some of our guards, so yeah, I guess there's some truth to that.
I apologize that I didn't notice sooner that...
Again, I don't even know if my soldiers have started defecting. I'm gonna have Catalyst
us-
immediately reinforce that policy.
Still
None of
my
us could've-
responsibility as the captain to notice these things amongst my own guard.
Yeah, well, you can't notice everything if they're talking behind walls that you can't hear through. They were sneaky in their approach. They're smart. They're strategic. So what? They outsmarted you. They're not going to outsmart you again.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. You don't need to. I'm just hoping that this war ends quickly. These rebels have taken so much.
Ever ended quickly?
The 102nd war?
What?
Just a little history lesson. It was a war that happened that only lasted 100 seconds. That's all you really need to know. Look at me being a smartass. I apologize.
I think most folks would prefer if this war ended quickly as well.
Your name is supposed to be Sweet Potato, not Tomato.
Do not remind me.
I see you two lurking in the back over there. If you want to join in, you can.
Oh, we were just waiting, being polite.
No, come on in. You're fine, don't worry. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
Well, if Shermie wants to talk to me, I have to probably introduce myself formally, so...
I'll come with you just to make sure.
I mean, it's fine. I don't really need an escort to talk to Shermie.
Shermie may say a few things, and they're just a bit on edge is all. A familiar face may help them.
I see. Alright then.
I need to be there for Shermie right now. I will be back soon.
If you guys need any, like, food or anything, I'll definitely supply food.
Yeah, but I'd rather you not become a huge thing because, well...
You can catch them later.
If you start giving stuff to us, the insurgency automatically thinks you're a target. They'll want to target supply lines. It's only reasonable that they try. But who knows? I could be wrong. I've never fought a war before. Kind of ironic coming from me.
Hypocritical sense that they didn't want to hurt citizens, yet they do it anyways.
Then, what about me?
I mean,
You, well...
Can't really die again, I don't think. And I can't be targeted. I want to help. So many people out there sounded so afraid and unhappy, and I want to make this as quick as possible. Anything
I'm sure we can come up with something, all right? I can't really say that I don't want you getting killed because, well... But I'm sure if you do want to help, there's a lot you can do. We'll have to discuss this maybe later today. It seems like everybody's taking the full swing of things, and I'd rather not rush in and immediately tell them to do stuff because, well, I kind of already told them to prepare.
This is going to be one heck of a ride.
Sammy, you have our
damn right about that one.
Hopefully it's a short ride.
Very short, hopefully.
You're telling me.
We're in a war with Godborns. This is not going to be a short war.
Power battle. That's how it's going to end up in.
Well, if any of you need a drink to take the edge off, there's a rec room in that elevator over there.
I will take you up on that offer.
I think I could go for one myself.
And then y'all have a good drink. No, you cannot go. No. No drinks, not until you're older. Not
I have coffee, though.
No. That's not any better. Alright, you want to go see Shermie? Yeah.
Sure.
And Luna's joining us. Oh.
Question, is anybody streaming here?
Yes.
Oh, who's streaming?
I wonder.
Okay. Sorry, I just needed to know because I don't want to break character too much. Anyways.
Hello.
All right. Well, Captain, I'm sure you'll definitely like the golden rum brand we have here.
I always do.
What about you, Trace?
I've never had
Whiskey,
alcohol before, so
golden mead, red wine, absinthe.
Ooh.
I'll go with something that doesn't get me drunk.
I mean, all of these. I mean, there is some water here if you want.
I've got bubbly water on hand.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and, well, I think an occasion like this deserves something that'll definitely put some hair on my chest.
I prefer to not to get drunk.
All right. Some nice whiskey.
I like these.
Whew, yeah, that's strong. Definitely gets me amped up.
Lucky Eldrin.
Oh,
Would
dear.
probably be raving for bread.
Eldrin?
True.
My pet Raven.
Ah, you have pet birds as well?
Yes, he's very, very useful.
Could I interest you in 12 more?
No, he does not like other birds.
Please. Okay, I can't get
He
rid
will
of
kill
birds.
them. That is not a joke. He will kill them.
Oh. Okay.
I have
Do
one
Maybe
thing.
let's
Do
not
they
kill
come
the
back?
population.
Do those birds come back? No.
No.
Well, we've already answered one question. The life
Damn.
system doesn't work on animals.
Well, that's
He
heartbreaking.
likes Loki. And I don't understand that.
Loki, that's Zolan's pet spider, right?
Yes, which last I heard, he ran away.
Oh.
He ran away. Why would he ran away? Or
Because
run away, I should
Zolan
say.
was using his venom as an antidote for his condition.
Loki's venom antidote. Is that how we get him to be sane?
Yeah. Well, he stays sane for as long as the venom is in his system.
Whew, well, I'm sure the research center will go ahead and
Gone?
yeah.
Okay.
It's weird
Well-
because on literally anybody else, it just knocks you out. It's like an anesthetic.
Well, I mean, I did hear from some of the research center that they had him locked up for a bit, and they were going to see if they could find something that could substitute it. So, I hope their progress goes somewhere. As much as I have a craving to fight, I can tell he's not the same man anymore. Whatever he came in contact with has changed him completely. And to be honest, whew,
Crazed and lost.
I may not fear a lot, but that scares me, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Just knowing whatever he came in contact with, his stories are all true, makes me just wonder who's next. And, well, that's going to keep me up. And I'd rather not worry about something like that, because I got a war to fight.
So many things to worry about.
And I've got a score to settle with that bastard. He ain't gonna boat away and act like we're not gonna meet.
So what did you get from Survivor, by the way?
His whole land. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, he was keeping a few things from us.
Oh.
Not surprised.
Do any of you remember? Do you remember that time in which all of those sinkholes had appeared?
Well, I wasn't here for that, but I heard it.
No.
Hi.
Glad to see you join us. Nina, Zolan.
Is Swanson doing okay?
Yeah. I wanted to get Zolan here. A drink.
Well, what is he having? We got rum, whiskey, mead, wine, absinthe,
Bubble water.
Poison,
there's also
I guess.
poison. Oh yeah, that's right. Trace just told me about that.
I don't think we have any venom from a spider around, so.
I was meaning that as in like a metaphor, like the phrase "pick your poison."
Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Luna.
Hmm.
Is Fish doing okay down there?
Oh yeah, he seems more tame than usual.
That's good. Other than
tame than
him
old
trying
Fish.
to prove Swanson doesn't have eyes.
That's
I'm gonna have to
that's
do
Fish
that
for
with
ya.
him. Yeah.
As he's
I don't entirely blame him. Not gonna lie.
He's nuts, but he's actually coming around to be a bit more stable.
Last time I saw him, he literally just called me Bob.
It's your lucky day. I actually have some here.
That's entertaining.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Where that came from?
Anyways, as I was saying about Survivor. Well, for anybody who doesn't know, there was a time in which a bunch of sinkholes appeared around the world. We didn't actually know what caused them, but we know one thing for sure. They contain some remnants from the old world. The Empire State Building being one of them, the Eiffel Tower. So that's how we knew things had probably gone to shit, to say the least.
Yeah.
However, apparently in 2 of them, Lee had acquired some books. And well, he didn't think to share with us what those books contained. So we found them. They boasted, it's not like they had that much information to begin with. It's more along the lines of what was said in it that was intriguing. There were goodbye messages from people saying that they could feel it all over themselves. Like something was in their body, they could feel it and it was killing them from the inside out. And they blamed something known as the GCF. I don't know I don't know anything about no GCF. And that's coming from me. I worked in the US Capitol. I usually would know these things, but I've never heard anything about a GCF. But yeah.
So strange. Hello.
We found
Hello, Your Empress.
So,
my 2 favorite people. 3.
And Shirley.
We're getting more people.
Shirley.
somebody
sure we can-
wanted to meet my my itchy right hand. Apparently.
Well, I can assume by the new face, it's definitely that one by the elevator.
Yes, she wanted to meet you. Hang on, I'm just going to go in this corner real quick.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, you're fine. We're just kind of relaxing a bit.
So you're the itchy red hand. Oh.
Jeremy.
Did they say itchy red hand?
Yes, itchy red hand.
Yes, I am the itchy red hand.
When Swanson told me about it, I thought that the Empress had a red hand. I genuinely thought, well, why didn't she put any ointment on it? That's my question. But you don't look like a hand. That's very good.
Make some really good points.
It's a title. Don't worry.
Oh, I love
I'm not a hand. I have 2 of them.
I did my best to explain. But
you like
They're making some really good points.
Do I like being a hand?
Mm-hmm.
If it means that I can actually, protect to the people, then yeah, I guess you can say I do.
Well, no, but you can play a mean game of rock, paper, scissors.
Wouldn't you prefer to be your own person rather than just a hand?
Yes.
That's my
I guess so.
3 of us.
You're not.
Sure.
You're red and black and you're not blue. That's very interesting. Funny.
Sorry, who? What's your name?
Jeremy. That's my name.
Jeremy. That's a lovely name.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hand. Thank you for liking me.
That's gonna take some time to get used to, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Shermie, by the way, his name is Justin.
That's a funny name for a hand. But okay.
Yes, I like.
Cheers. Ooh.
Oh, funny drink.
I think he likes you. I think the itchy red hand likes you.
I mean, after everything that happened today, I needed this. And also, especially from you back there, Fish. Haven't seen you in quite some time.
By the way, apparently,
period, I think.
No, you're at no. You're at the ball. I remember.
Justin.
Oh yeah.
You're the one. You're the one. Wait, what? Hold on. What?
Sorry, sorry to interrupt your conversation. They had a concussion, apparently.
Yeah. That's the closest thing. I fell out of a tree. See, when I first got here, you know how I was alone? I don't know if I told you. I was alone in Florida for a while, you see. And I was building my hut. And at some point, I fell out of a tree. And I hit my head. And I don't know what fucking unluck or luck. I don't know.
Did you die from that?
No, shockingly not. It wasn't that high of a fall, but it concussed me in a sense. I don't know how or anything. I'm not medical induced, so I don't know how any of this works. But apparently, like, kind of in a way, reverted my intelligence to a much more childlike state. And then over some time, I killed in Dead Man's Harbor. And now I'm kind of smart, but still not very sane, as I am still Floridian.
I mean, that would explain why you showed up to the ball in a bathrobe and then eventually a Crusader outfit, which was.
Oh, no, that had nothing to do with
I'd ask if you're allowed to have one of those first.
Well, Fish, I'm going to just say this right now, but Evan's going to miss you.
Yeah, be careful when handling these.
Evan, you need to get that guy from anger management therapy.
He's the guy that punches you first.
I know who he is. You need to get him anger management therapy. Like, that is not a shooting of a guard.
I apologize for Evan's behavior.
Yeah.
He just very much likes you, I guess.
Yeah, if he hits me again, I'm going to start ugly sobbing in front of him, then he'll feel bad. Or just
I wonder what that looks like.
I don't know. Let's find out.
No, let's not find out now. Definitely not.
Empress, can I speak with you?
Oh, yes, sure. What is it?
You know how we agreed that you wouldn't exactly go around telling people, you know, that thing? And you know how you casually just almost announced it in front of like 20 people? Can you not?
Okay.
With this flower of friendship.
I'm assuming you're talking about the thing.
Red? Just
yes. Yes, I am.
It's a flower.
No, don't worry about it. I won't say anything.
You told me that before, and look what happened today.
All right. Doctor-patient confidentiality. How about that?
Well, let's hope this becomes a symbol for after.
Just stand by my own.
You will not very easily
that I am a friend, and I won't do anything to you. Okay? It also mentioned in the you're
as an apology, I'll send you a bottle of wine or something.
I appreciate the gesture.
You are a dear friend. I just like teasing you once in a while.
That's just gotta be champagne.
But if it bothers you, I will make sure that it doesn't get spoken.
Champagne. The bubbly drink. Oh,
Shermie, I'm gonna step out. Are you alright on your own?
Sure. I can
no champagne, just like wine or two.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't have sparkling stuff yet.
Yeah.
Too short.
Yes.
Well, don't look at me. I'm not drinking. I don't.
I just needed something to at least get myself going, because once I leave this quartz palace, there is much I have to do.
Of course, yes.
As much as I don't want to work, this is very different.
Yep.
For now, you can relax.
By the way, maybe just give Shermie a glass of milk or something.
Well, let's see what she wants. What do you want, Shermie?
Age, but I'll take any recommendation from the bartender.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Are you the one serving drinks here?
No.
I remember
Of
this.
course.
I think there was like a combination of.
But
a
I'm
type
just
of alcohol
worried
that
about
had chocolate in it.
Shermie being drunk. I don't want to return her to Swanson.
Okay, you act like we haven't done that in Haven City numerous times. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, even then, you're in the most protected place in the entirety of the New World.
That
It'll
is
be
true.
fine. It'll be fine. No one's gonna take advantage of that kind of stuff. Or at least I hope
Oh,
not.
so I didn't know that this place was done. Why is Zolan by the billiard table?
You might be looking to play a game.
Are you?
Just simply observe.
And there's also a piano over there if any of you want to give it a try. Personally, I'm a guitar person.
Oh, I haven't played
I'm a
piano
harp
in ages.
person, so-
I don't think.
Ah, the liar. Or
I
I
do
guess
play
that's
the
another word for it.
piano.
We don't.
You know what?
we
I'll
don't
probably
have
come
any
here
of
once in a
those.
while just to practice.
I pay out first.
I don't want to be rusty.
I think.
I'm surprised you
Alright,
Oh, he's gone. I can talk now. Justice, why the fuck are you guys keeping that Zolan guy in power? Like, temporarily, you need to let him go
I mean-
just for a little bit. He's not sane. Like,
I
very
know.
evidently not sane. He shouldn't be making
know.
any political decisions.
I know, but you're walking around and we let you.
Yeah, that's the difference. I'm not running for a political position. I'm not in power. He is.
Here, Shermie. You have some of that.
I mean, like, there's a
It's
certain
cherry
thing. I'm
juice.
Floridian. I'm not saying I won't argue that. But he was in a fucking straitjacket. And he was there to say, yeah, we can go to war. I just...
All
I
right,
don't
look.
know.
All right, I get it. You know, not everybody on our council is right in the head. But at this point, we need that decision. All right?
Also, do you really want to
want
tell
to
the
back up?
crazy man? Do you really want to tell the crazy man that he shouldn't be on power?
You want to tell the crazy
Listen,
man who's
listen.
invented all the tech here?
Listen,
to
if they
not-
didn't want him to come to the meeting, then why did they bring him? We didn't bring him. The researchers did. So if you have a problem with it, you can take it up with them. It's their idea.
No, I'm gonna take it up with you, because you're the one that let them in here. You're the one that let them sit in that goddamn seat.
They had that seat before everything
It doesn't
happened.
fucking matter. Let's think of an old one. The president got elected, and then they went through some traumatic event, and eventually got something to where they had to be put in a straitjacket. They'd be taken out of office. I'm not saying anything on the man, but I'm saying that it's not smart to have him in office, or whatever position he is. I don't know. It doesn't sit right.
I
Again,
know.
If you have a
know
problem
that.
with it, you'll take it up with the researchers. I didn't make the decision to bring him while he was insane.
Bringing him is one thing. That doesn't mean you have full power. I've seen it. You have full power to tell him to sit it out for this session. Or to come up with someone to take his spot temporarily. Do you not... Genuine question. Do you not have backup